Hey everyone, welcome back to Brownlow Books. I recently read From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Janae Marks. This is a children's middle grade book. Our protagonist, Zoe Washington, is 12 years old. I found this on a list of books, like best books from middle grade, and I liked the sound of it, so I was like, let's try it out. So Zoe Washington lives with her mom and her stepdad, who she calls dad, and on her 12th birthday she gets a letter from her dad, who's in prison. And she's just like, okay. And she's like, I've never heard from him before, so like, I'm gonna write him back. And so, you know, it's letters back and forth. It's her life of like baking cupcakes and having a fight with her neighbor slash best friend Trevor. It's, you know, it's a middle grade thing. So, like I said, the father is in jail. And in our letter writing process, we find out, he says, I'm actually innocent. And she's just like, what? Like, everyone her entire life has been telling her that her dad killed someone. That's what he went to jail for, right? So, like, mom cut him off, right? So, at that exact moment, I was just like, oh, this book is gonna break my heart. I fucking know it. It's gonna, right? So, I kept reading. And, spoiler free, it did break my heart, but in a different way than I thought it would. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, at the heart of it, it's, you know, it's a children's book about fucking systemic racism and the fucking wrongful convictions that can fucking come out of that, and the inherent racism of the legal system, which is not well enough funded to help people who can't fucking afford fancy lawyers. It's just, it's an indictment, yo. So, like, it is well thought out, well planned out for a middle grade reading level. There's nothing too seriously complex, and, like, it's just kind of like, wait, you mean innocent people can go to jail? Like, I don't understand, right? So Zoe sets out to be like, yo, why is my dad in jail? And that's what we get out of this. So, in the acknowledgements of this book, it says that Marks was going to have it be a young adult book, and eventually she realized that it was like meant more of like a children's book, a middle grade, right? So I was thinking about it after I read it, and I was like, if this premise was taken and put into a young adult book, how different would it be? And I was just like, it wouldn't be so light and fluffy, for one. I feel like any young adult trying to solve a mystery is always like fucking chaotic and dark, and you're just like, oh, because it's like they're so near adulthood and they're finding out all these horrible things about like their parents and society and all that kind of thing. So like, it does have that tone of like, what the fuck, you know? This is what the system is like, but like the rest of it is not as dark as I imagine doing this as a young adult would be. So I'm glad it's a children's book. I think it's better as a children's book. There are lots of young adult books that are just that. So it's nice to have this one, nice and light and fluffy. So at the time of filming, it has a 4.32 on Goodreads with 8,894 ratings. It's pretty good. So, in my no longer giving you ratings in my reviews, I instead give it a hearty thumbs up. Is that weird? Is that what we're doing now? I guess that's what we're doing now. So, yes, I liked it. It is good for that sort of like 10 to 13 range of, you know, I'm an adult. No, you're not. So, it was a very good read. I do recommend it. That's all we have to say about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.